This question is really nice. So it's called common character count. So given two strings, find the number of common characters between them. So let's take a look at this example. So the first string is this A, B, C, C. The second string is A, D, C, then A. So A appeared 2 times in the first string. It appears 3 times at the second string. So the common between, the both strings have A in them, but the common A length is 2 because they both have 2. So as you can see, we will take the minimum. Now B only exists in A, so we will ignore it. D also only exists in string 2, so we will ignore it. C exists in both of them, and the minimum is 1. So we have 2 A's and 1 C. I hope this is clear. This is clear, but this is mainly the idea. If the specific character exists in the 2 strings, take the minimum number of occurrences in any one of them and add it to a sum variable and just retain it. So first thing we need to do is to know how many times each character appears in each string. So you can actually do it like this. So define a dictionary. Now then loop for each character, for example in S1, just if it's already in S in the dictionary, you will increase it by 1, else you will just add it. So S of C1 will be equal to 1. But you'll do it 2 times, one for, the first time for string 1, the second time for string 2. But there is actually a data, I think a function in the Python already do that for us. You can import it from collections, import counter. It will do the same thing we have. It will give us also a data structure that has more functions, but we only need like something like a dictionary, which the key will be a string, a character to be specific, and the value will be how many times that character appears in this string. So this does that for us the same way as the code that I wrote. So what I will do, I'll define a variable called C1, which stands for counter1, will be equal to counter, and pass to it as 1. So you can pass anything that you can loop on, which is called iteratable objects. So strings are iteratable, so you can iterate over them. So you can pass them to counter, and it will give you something like a dictionary that have all the occurrences. So now do the same thing for S2. Let's just print them. If you are not familiar, I'll just show it to you. So let's print C1 and C2. It's really interesting. Just hold on for a second. I think, yeah. So as you can see, we have this dictionary, something that looks like a dictionary. So A appears 2 times in the second string, which is correct. B 1 and C2. The second string A appears 3 times, correct. D1, C1. So what we need to do, we'll define a variable called sum, but sum is a name of a function, so it's a built-in or it's a reserved keyword. So a common convention in Python, if you want to name something with a token that already reserved, just to add a suffix with an underscore. So like this, sum will be equal to 0. Now what I will do, I will loop for each character in S1 for the first string. It doesn't matter which string you will start from. The only thing matters is your condition. So what I will do, if C in C2, okay, C will always, which C is the characters in S1. Characters in S1, they are all in the counter C1, right? I don't need to check for that. I will only check if this character exists in C2, and it's always exists in C1 as well, because we already add them here. So if they also exist in C2, what I will do, I will sum, will add to the sum, the value of the minimum occurrences between the two counters. Okay. just like we added here. So A appears 2 times here, A appears 3 times, we will add the minimum, it's 2. That's the common between them, right? It's makes sense. So what I will do, I will add the occurrences from the counter 2 if the counter 1 is bigger than the counter 2. Else, I will add counter 2. And that's it. But if you think about it, we will reach A 2 times here. So each time we will add 2. This will break our result. So we need to have something like a set where if we seen a character, we will mark it as seen, so we don't count it again. We don't count the common character count for it again. So I will create a set here. If you don't know a set, it's something that only have unique values. So and C not in scene, and I will add it here, right? And at the end, just return sum. I think maybe so. Yeah, else I will. Yeah, sorry, my bad. So else I will add the counter from counter 1, because I will add counter 2 if the counter 1 is bigger, right? So let's run that. Okay, everything is fine. Submit. If you are doing something is not Python, these can be replaced with a hash set in Java, or in JavaScript you can use normal objects or a map. We have maps in JavaScript, like this new map. You can use these as well. And this is easy also in both languages, Java and JavaScript. But yeah, this is actually the solution in Python, or one of the solutions, and thank you.